So let's go ahead and download a wallet. If everyone's got a system, please go to the website called MetaMask. MetaMask. So this is the website metamask.io. So I'm helping you understand how you're actually making some transactions on the blockchain. So you need to know what is actually happening. So the best way to do it is through a wallet where you can send and receive money. And this is just one of the use cases. So don't underestimate blockchain. Okay, we are really using it for financial purpose. That's not the case. You can almost use it in every industries for record keeping. And even if you take IBM and Amazon, they're also planning to have blockchain. Example I can give is, if you know the delivery system that Amazon is using now, they're planning to have drones deliver products from the delivery location to your house or home. So what IBM has created is, IBM has created something on the blockchain. They have they are building a system where the data gets stored on the blockchain. So anytime a product is leaving the Amazon premises and coming to your home, the delivery location, till it reaches your home, the data keeps getting recorded on the blockchain. So what time the product was packed, what time it left, that drone left, and if it was tampered with, if there was some sort of um, malicious activities that took place during the transaction, or during the delivery of the item, and the temperature, etc. Everything will be stored on the blockchain. And the user will get all this data and will be able to see, okay, that's like a valid product, and no one has tampered with it, no one has even touched anything. So that's one of the use case. Take another use case is like even logistics. For example, milk. You have people delivering milk to you, so you want to make sure that it's the unadulterated milk. So from the time it's uh, you know produced, what they do is they take that milk, they see the temperature, the block that's stored on the blockchain. Then and the best part about the blockchain is it can happen autonomously. It's automatic, everything can happen, you don't even have to do anything from your end. So it checks the temperature from the time it got produced to the time it got delivered to your house, at what temperature it was, if it was adulterated, how much milk was added. All that can be stored on the blockchain. So that's just one simple use cases. So let's go to MetaMask, and if everyone is able to look at how we are, you've got a system. All you need to do is click on download. So we'll finish off in 10 minutes, and then we can continue the session tomorrow. So we'll just download this wallet so that you guys can try and send transaction to each other. I think they also have for Android, so you can try installing the MetaMask wallet for that as well. So what is a wallet? A wallet is, imagine your bank account. So this particular wallet can store your cryptocurrencies. It can store your coins. Okay, and this specific wallet is it's an Ethereum wallet where you can send and receive Ether, which is a native currency of the blockchain. So if you even go to the Chrome web store, you can download the MetaMask extension. It's an online wallet, which is like an extension, and it can be added to Chrome. If you have any questions or if you're stuck, please send me a chat. Okay, there is no such thing as a number of blocks, but yeah, every time there is something called as the number of crypto or bitcoins that can be created. It depends on which kind of blockchain you're using. And understand something, there's just not one blockchain. You can create a blockchain, I can create a blockchain, you can create a blockchain that is specific to your requirement. For example, if you're a college you can have a consortium blockchain that can, you need, all you need is validators. Okay, you need the programming skills to be able to build a blockchain application, and all you need to do is the if you're an example in a college, and you'll have these miners. The miners will need to validate the transaction, but in that case it's going to be a small number of people who you can choose your own. So when we come to Hyperledger, what happens is it's not a public blockchain, it's like a consortium blockchain. Now in the public blockchain anyone can validate the transaction, but in a public blockchain what happens is they'll vote for a entity or a special people or a set of group of people who will validate the transaction on behalf of everyone else. So they choose a trusted person, and he'll be able to validate the transaction, etc. That's in the small way. So the number of blocks can be anything. You're welcome, Kalyan. And if you want to actually see how it works, you can install the MetaMask wallet. Just go ahead and add it to the Chrome extension, and if you've got your Android, you can install it for the Android device. This actually came in very recently, so it's a new thing. So once you install it, you'll be able to see it on the right hand side. You'll be able to see an icon. So MetaMask is an Ethereum wallet where you can send and receive cryptocurrency, which is Ether. So it's installing, and yeah, I got it here. So this is MetaMask. It's actually a decentralized Web3 browser wallet. So have you come this far? Is everyone able to install it? Okay. Ether and Bitcoin. Ether is, yes, a cryptocurrency similar to Bitcoin. Ethereum is the platform where you can build decentralized applications. Now, for example, Bitcoin, it's only monetary value. You can only send money, receive money. That's it. It's Turing incomplete. So what you can do is you can't do anything else on Bitcoin. You can only use it like for monetary value. You can send it and a speculative if you're using for trading, and you can use it like, some of them call it the gold of internet, or they compare it with gold. They save Bitcoin. They feel that it might go up in price, and they can sell it at a very high profit. And people are doing that all over the world. Basically, they try either mining. People who can't mine, they buy cryptocurrencies and they hold it. So if you can imagine, stocks, they increase price by little, just like 10, 20, 30 rupees. But then Bitcoin, it goes up and down, almost like, I remember having seen almost the increase of price up to $70,000, 70,000 rupees in a day. So that was a time when the price was going up and down. The risk is also very high. People are aware of it, and they try trading cryptocurrencies just thinking that it's speculative. So you can, if you do it rightly, people will make money. Sometimes you lose money. So that's one thing why Ethereum is a completely different platform. It was actually created by a person called Vitalik Buterin. He was only 19. He was only 19 when he created the Ethereum platform. And I'll show you how he looks. Very brilliant person, and very down to earth person. And if you hear him talk, he's very you'll think, okay, he's from some other planet, because he speaks something that no one can understand. And he created the Ethereum platform. Basically, the only difference is it's Turing complete. You can build any kind of application on top of the Ethereum protocol, and there are multiple companies and businesses that are taking advantage of the situation, and they're building things on top of it. Even I am actually working on a product that we're building a decentralized application on the Ethereum platform. So I've got experience in building smart contracts. So we'll also have a look at how you can use smart contracts. So this is an online ID remix. We'll create a hello world contract. So this is an example of a smart contract. It's a programming language, Solidity, that we can use it to create multiple applications. So we'll get a good look at that. So let's get into MetaMask. Click on Get Started and create a new wallet. So create a wallet. Click on the right and tab. I agree. You can create a password of your own. Okay, and just continue. And what you'll be taken to is you'll be taken to this particular page, which will show you the secret backup phrase. And it's important that you don't show this to anyone. I'm going to reveal this because I won't be using this, mnemonic phrase. It's called. It's just a random number of words, 12 words, which you need to keep very safely. You shouldn't store it somewhere that people can get access to. If you lose this particular um, mnemonic phrase, you will not get access to your MetaMask wallet. So in case you lose this, you will not be able to access it back again. So if you do have money in your wallet, then you lose everything. So it's very important you keep this safe and you don't forget it. So click on next. So you'll be taken to another page. I hope everyone is with me so far. Do let me know if you have if you want time or if you require any kind of assistance from me. Okay. And also, like Sharat mentioned, this will be recorded and shared with you on Google Docs. So I'm sorry, Drive, so you can get access and you'll be able to get back to what we were doing. So next, I need to uh, you know s- add my specific phrase to this. They're just asking me to confirm my secret backup phrase. And this is just one of the wallets that are available in the market where you can store data, but be careful which kind of wallet you store. MetaMask is a well-known wallet and you can store this, but the reason we need this is because we'll be creating decentralized applications which will interact with the blockchain, and you need to spend some money in the sense we'll be using test money. It's not going to be original money. So for gas fees, if you remember, I told you when someone sends a transaction, the money goes to the person, but then there's a transaction fees that is paid to the miners. The miners need to get rewarded because they're taking time. They're spending so much money for the graphical card and mining rigs, so they need to be benefited, which that small piece of transaction fees goes to uh, the the miners. And initially it was very low. Okay, now uh, if you try I think right now Ethereum is planning to move to proof of stake, where your transaction fee will be less than 10 paisa for any. Even recently a person sent almost like um, 4 crores or 5 crores of dollars. So basically I'm talking about uh, $3 to $4 million, and the transaction fees was just like 25 so just like 25 rupees for making such a big transaction. The transaction went through in the speed of time, so it was like just less than 10 minutes. And you know you don't have to go through any of the third party, which is why people fear the government. They fear the transaction happening between in the blockchain, but it is traceable. And I think even India is planning to have a centralized cryptocurrency for the market out. And then I think they're still in talks and trying to figure out. And I think other countries have already created their own digital currency that can be stored on the blockchain. So you might see a lot of changes that's happening, but you are in the very initial phase, which is going to be very exciting to see very soon. So sugar, jaguar, bean, enemy. Sugar, jaguar, bean, sorry, bean, enemy. Names certain, thrive bless. Names certain, thrive bless. Square, faint, reduce, ritual. Okay, so once you do this, you'll be taken to a page which will say you're all set, and this is how your wallet will look like. Now imagine this is nothing but like your bank account. So this is your public key. If you remember, we looked at what is private key and asymmetric cryptography. Now here is where it's actually playing. This account number is derived from your public key. So I copied, it will be like a decimal number. This is my address. This I can share it with anyone I want. I send it across to anyone who wants to send me money, and they can just copy this address, like your bank account and number, and they'll be able to send the transaction, and I'll get it very soon. Okay, I can send and receive transaction. Now I'm on the main network. I don't want to be on the main network. If I'm on the main network, I'm actually spending real money. So Ethereum, what they've created is something called as the test networks, and they'll give us some free ether as well. So let's try Ropsten test network. If anyone has questions, please let me know. Yes, so we'll be done in another 5 minutes. So yeah, someone else has a good question. Miners are the middlemen here. That's something that's you're very right about, which is why Ethereum is actually moving to proof of stake. So you don't need like huge mining rigs to be the miners. You'll just need to stake your own money. We'll get to that in a bit. So all we need to do is just change this to Ropsten and then click on buy. You'll get some test faucet, get ether. You'll be taken to a page where you can request for some ether, test ethers. So click on this, you'll get connection with MetaMask. Click on next, connect, you're connected, and you can click like 2 or 3 times, and you should see that balance in your account shortly. If you remember, I told you it will take some time for the transaction. What that time is nothing but miners are actually validating the transaction. So down here is what is happening. The transaction, you'll see the hash of the transaction. It's still pending, and I see from address, which is the Ropsten network, and this is my address. I requested for 1 ether, and there's a gas fees, which is 0.00021. That goes to the miners who validate the transaction. So we'll just give it a couple of seconds, and after like exactly 12 seconds for the transaction to go through. And I refresh in a couple of times, just waiting for this to change to success. Yes, so I received my ether. I want you all to do the same. Try getting some fake ethers, and you can also copy people's address, or get and try sending it to other addresses. And make sure you don't type your address, because what happens is if you type your address, if you make one mistake, you're losing the money completely. So it's very important. So just go ahead and you can add your friend's address, or people who are in this meeting can share the address with each other. Try sending some fake ethers to each other, and see if it is actually going through. I'm going to send it back to Ropsten. I'll put in like 1 ether, fast transaction send, confirm. So after some time, I'll see the transaction. Hope that was clear. So it says success. My transaction has been successful, and this is the block number. It has confirmation, and then I see the timestamp, which is nothing but the time the transaction went through. Any questions so far? Okay, so we can go ahead and end the session today. I'll just I'll take a couple of questions if anyone has one, and we can continue tomorrow.